What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Iron Maiden, and indeed, we're going to go back to Peace of Mind. I did mention when I reacted to Flight of Icarus that I really did want to get to the Trooper soon, and I've just done a couple tunes recently in the punk rock vein. One from Subhumans, one from Dogshite, a band that I'm friends with a couple of the members, and then also one from Anti-Flag, and sort of a combined theme of all these different songs, although, you know, they're sort of in slightly different lanes of the same concept, and that is people who are willing to join the military to try to, you know, achieve something and do the right thing and so on, and then fight as part of a war in some far-flung land and ultimately end up getting maimed and killed and sort of dying alone on a battlefield. That's sort of the thrust, the lyrical essence of this piece. It's based on the charge of the Light Brigade. I'm trying to remember the person who wrote the poem. Is it Tennyson? I want to make sure I'm getting this right, but that's my guess out of the gate, is that it's Tennyson. But I bet you I'm wrong. Let's find out. So, blah, 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 blah. This is the, yep, Alfred Lord Tennyson. Hey, what do you know? My literature studies actually pay off. Nevertheless, the poem was written in 1854. The original actual military action was earlier that year, October of 1854. And basically it was a British light cavalry regiment that was trying to prevent Russians from removing captured guns from Turkish emplacements. And basically the light cavalry were well suited, but there was miscommunication, and ultimately there was a frontal assault on horseback against an artillery battalion, which obviously that was not going to go well. So it was basically a doomed mission, but it was sort of this like, well, we just have to do it for the national duty and so on. And so they did, and it's sort of this, you know, it's a failed military endeavor in the short term, but ultimately the sort of cultural legacy of it has lived on, in part through the poem, and in recent decades, certainly through the song. And indeed, that's one of the great things I think about Iron Maiden is, you know, I mentioned it before, what I love about their lyrics is that they explore history and, you know, philosophy and literature and so on, and they draw inspiration from these, like, you know, classic, like, human sources, which I really love. But it sort of goes both ways, in that people who are into metal and, you know, fast and hard music, through their songs and their lyrics, might come to find an appreciation for certain episodes in history or for certain pursuits, whether it is studying history or reading classic literature or studying world religions or whatever. So I give Iron Maiden just so much credit for their lyrics. I've said this in every one of the reactions I did. I just really, really love their lyrical sophistication, if you will. Nevertheless, let's listen to it. This is The Trooper by Iron Maiden on their Peace of Mind album, which originally came out in 1983. For the record, if you've ever heard the Two Cellos cover of this, it's amazing. Or if you haven't heard it. Just the most classic riff, man.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire your musket, but I'll run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back.
Nope. As is too often the case. Mutual annihilation. Pyrrhic victories abound, is I guess what I'm saying. People say, oh, it's a battle of attrition, but those are human lives, man. Every single one of them. And, you know, horses in this case, too. On that guitar solo starting. Again, I'm having like the two cellos version of this part is great. But hey, let's listen to the original. Guitars. Love the way it sort of like tidies up and slides back into the main riff. Well, our narrator his time has come. He's seen his comrades fall, he's seen bodies on the ground. What now? Boom. The ending of this song's lyrics just kill me. Like, it's the inevitable conclusion of his journey and his death, but that line to go from this big, like, we're all charging and it's, my comrades are dying, whatever, and then in that final moment it's like, I'm staring at the sky, my body's numb, I can't move, my throat is dry, and I'm all alone. It's just remarkable. Like, it's profoundly sad, but it's, in a way, it has this sort of like, you know, you're there for the narrator even if no one else is. You know, you appreciate what he tried to do, and you know, even if it was sort of doomed to failure, it's ultimately you acknowledge the effort made. But again, I do think that is one of the indications, or one of the examples of how this song sort of speaks to this, you know, like, warfare is brutal and it often means both sides lose, you know, again, whether it's a Pyrrhic victory or whether it's just mutual annihilation through attrition. I think the song really does capture on a larger level and a personal level sort of the brutality of war. So again, I just love their lyrics. I love the guitar riffs. I love the solos. I mean, compositionally, this song is like perfect. There's like the intro, that classic riff, the verses are great. I love the like solo interlude, and then that final verse is like maybe the most powerful of all. So it's just an amazing tune. I really, really love it. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Maiden fans out there who this is one of their favorites, and I completely understand. So let me know if that's the case for you. Let me know if you're actually in a minority and, you know, this isn't one of your favorites, but there's another one that you'd like to hear reacted to. I'd love to take any requests related to Maiden. Again, I don't know, sometimes I don't frame it quite right, but again, I have every Bruce Dickinson album of Maiden, so if there's any song on any one of those albums that you'd like to hear reacted to, do shout it in the comments. Other than that, I appreciate you listening and watching. Have a good day, have a good night, and I will see you next time. Peace.